1, 2, 3.
Oh. I can't Julia Roberts.
Your head didn't go back far enough. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Anyway, hi. I'm Tom.
I'm Galen.
And Disco is making treat noises on the ground. And this is your 15 minutes of FUME. Summertime Sadness Edition. It's actually very hot, and that's why we're sad. This is just like something we're going to have to roll with for the next couple of months. I don't think that my talc-free Drew Barrymore Flower Beauty facial powder is up to the challenge, but that's no shade on her because we have no air movement in here.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
It's not her fault.
It's out of
Stop blaming her.
Out of her control. Leave Drew alone.
Galen's very protective of Drew. We are here today to sniff the remaining 7 fragrances from our Perfumes series that benefits the National Network of Abortion Funds. Wow, I said that whole sentence without any backups. I'm so impressed. I can see the camera moving because of our little treat hound shaking the tripod. Chalk it up to local flavor. So last week we did the scents inspired by the Furies, which were, more dark and vengeful. In this video, we're covering the ones inspired by the Graces. These are obviously just a lot lighter and sweeter and, more inspired by beauty and gentleness and all of the things that we wish that life contained more of lately. Got that? Got that? Got that? Mm-hmm. Disco, you got that? I loved all of the comments last time from people who have already bought these scents and are enjoying them and have stuff to say about them or have stuff to say about what is going on in the world right now. It's madness. It's madness. It's madness. I could just keep saying that all day and it would never not be true. So instead, why don't we just sniff the perfumes? First one being dark-eyed, delightful. Brown sugar, cacao, toasted cardamom, patchouli, vanilla absolute, and benzoin. Perfect for a nice warm day. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about a lot of these. I want to film more stuff for them just because a lot of these components are things that I can actually source and, are easy to obtain and photograph. Okay, it's amazing because cacao can be so bombastic in the bottle, and actually I'm getting the brown sugar full blast right off the bat.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Sticky.
It's brown, it's crumbly, it's sticky. I've got that patchouli in there, which kind of gives it like a nice, snarl. I got the spice from the cardamom, that's beautiful. Vanilla just hugging everything all together. The benzoin, I'm not really in the bottle teasing out. There's almost something boozy about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably just got to be like that, like brown sugar, benzoin, patchouli situation where you're just like, woof, vapors. Instantly on the skin, it's immediately like woodier and gnarlier and patchoulier. Often the patchouli in our blends is so well blended and delicate that it's just kind of like a note, like an accent. And this has like on the skin like a real wonderful, sweet, woody patchouli stank with just enough like sugar and cacao to keep it like, delectable.
Everything you said.
Yes.
I agree. It's interesting how that kind of...
Are you distracted by the treat
I
taking?
I can't focus. Yeah. Especially, he just keeps like wheeling it right to my feet, and I'm like, please
Look, this
stop.
is the reality of our lives.
I'm not getting the cacao.
I mean, it was stronger.
Like, not really.
Yeah. It was stronger in the bottle than it is on the skin, and even then it wasn't like a major... I mean, compared to like the Sable Garments one that we smelled the other day, it's more understated. Like, I am getting it. It's there, but it's not like super chocolatey, fudge-a-rama. Isn't that a Judy Blume book?
No.
It is!
Is it?
I think it is.
I don't know.
In my brain it is. Are you there, God? It's me, Fudge. crossover potential, limitless. Do you want to move on to the next one and see if we can do any better? I think we will. The next one is Every Sweet Thing. Honey dripping placus, rose petals, caramelized hazelnut, and goat's milk. This is one that I kind of dreaded talking about in the video because I've been wearing it and feel strongly affectionate toward it. I can't be impartial. You're still laughing about.
Yeah.
Look.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying.
So for people who don't know, the placus is it's like a cake.
Oh, okay. Did not know.
Yes, it is like a really like an ancient recipe. And I looked up different recipes online because I was like, I would like to make this. And then it's like a layered kind of like cheesecake with layers of, you know, and I was like, okay, this actually sounds more difficult than I could manage right now. And so I was like, you know, this is Los Angeles. Maybe there's like a Greek bakery or something where I could find one. And to be honest, that didn't materialize either. But I do have the perfume to tide me over. What's up, bug? Come here. Show your face.
Somebody
if you're gonna wreck the video, you might as well be in the video. Come here. Come here. Okay, ready? Hi, everyone. It's Disco, and he's got stuff to say. He wants to be in the video. He gets freaked out when the attention isn't on him. So when I read this description, I had a thing in my brain that was like, this is what this perfume will smell like, maybe. And weirdly, like, that almost never really turns out to be the case because, you know, brains, fantasy, reality. And in this instance, it was just so everything that I wanted. You know, like right off the bat, it's like there is the rose, but it's just like a little more suggestive and not like incredibly rosy. You've got that like rich goat's milk. The honey is like a little scary for me sometimes, but in this case, it's just like just enough. There's like the caramelized. I mean, it's all just like a series of beautiful mental images and associations on kind of like a carousel that just keeps like going around and around in a circle. And I want to ride it until I throw up. I think you do need to like all of these notes in order to enjoy it. Like, if you hate rose, you won't love this. But it also is a relatively understated rose, I think, all things considered. It's delicate. It's so soothing to me. It's like nurturing. It's like got a slightly like bready pastry thing, but again, not like in an obnoxious, like salty, yeasty way. Not that those of you who like those perfumes are obnoxious, but you know what I mean. It's just like all gathered together in like one beautiful armload of incredible things. And I shall put some on my knuckle. I crave to wear this. I've been putting it on in the evening when I'm like settling in for the evening. And it just has this like wonderful, strange sense of like occasion, but also is supremely comforting and reassuring. The idea that someone, as their art, would make this experience for others to participate in wherever they are and whatever is going on with them is just so beautiful to me, and it's one that I definitely reached out to Beth about, and I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you for making this scent. Which really shows the power of perfume in response to horrible events and, you know, as a form of activism, because there are so many things that you can make people feel besides anger. And I'm just really impressed and excited that this is one of them that we get to include in the collection. That's my spiel. Thoughts, opinions?
I don't know if this is quite my jam, but I don't hate it. It's interesting. It is. There's like a weird kind of like, yeah, rose pastry quality.
The goat milk is not too goaty, so don't be afraid of that. You know, it's like rich and creamy, but it's not as like, we've had a stankier goat in the past.
Yes. It's of the nicer smelling goats, Disco.
He's just looking up at you like, I am gonna bark, just so you know. Well, I feel like I've raved about this enough for both of us, so.
I think you have.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's your favorite?
I mean, I haven't tried most of these, but it is my favorite like thing that we've done in a while. So next we're going to go to From Whose Eyes As They Glance Flowed Love. Which which is so much harder to say. Like, your brain just does not want to read those words out loud together. From whose eyes, as they glance, flowed love. The scent is spun sugar, skin musk, orris butter, pale amber, whipped vanilla, and rose petals. I mean, obviously, another one that I'm probably just going to love. So, I'm prepared. Wow. I mean, talk about like a turn in a completely different direction. From the description, you might imagine that these perfumes would satisfy a similar craving, and it's just not the case at all. All I can smell is the difference. I guess that's to be expected. That skin musk is like right there.
Yeah.
More so than the spun sugar, which I was expecting that, like, you know, often the sweet stuff like really like booms out of the bottle. The musk and the amber primarily. A hint of the vanilla. I can barely catch the rose in the bottle. I have some on my dragon claw here.
The spun sugar, rose, and vanilla are reminding me of the pink fuzzy handcuffs from Lupercalia.
That one was so much more kind of like a caramelized, like burnt sugar smell, though.
I said what I said?
Yes. It's reminding you of it.
Yeah. Like, well,
yes.
My opinion
I am not...
is my own.
I'm not challenging your reality.
They're very different, but I mean, like, just those three notes and smelling them together reminded me of that.
I just can't get over how this, to me, is like smelling somebody's neck. And I mean that in like a nice way. This smells like if you were like slow dancing with a beautiful someone. You know, everything I do it for you. The whole thing. The romantic slow dance. Circa 1990, whenever. Right? You want to smell? He's like, there's not a treat in that hand. It basically might as well be chopped off. Right. Okay, so maybe it's just compared to the one we just smelled. It's not super rosy to me either. So if you're a rose, you know, flashing yellow traffic signal rose person, you shouldn't be, I think, too concerned about this. Especially if you are a bright green, you know, skin musk person. Flore. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I actually have nothing to say.
I have nothing to say.
It's just that you're talking and I'm like, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
It's just a happy dog who is excited to love and be loved in return. Yes?
Don't break eye contact.
That's our game. Oh, where he goes to, sometimes he goes to snap at my nose and sometimes he goes to lick it. Yes! I mean, this is turning into a regular Vox Populi here. What do you, Disco, have to say to the people about the perfumes, or about the National Network of Abortion Funds, or about the state of America today? If we're still agreed that we're calling it that, because it seems like a lot of really fundamental things are suddenly up for debate.
Not that united.
The loosely affiliated...
States of America.
Yeah. The United Colors of Benetton are officially much more united than we are.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh! It's a joke before your time.
Yeah.
80s kids. Hey.
Did I say that right? Is it Benetton? Benetton?
I think it's Benetton.
I don't
Someone
know.
will correct us.
I don't know. I'm a hayseed. Let's go on to the next perfume.
Disco, you're kind of like contributing to the warmth. So I'm gonna like. I love you. I love having you here.
You're a
But
mammal.
You're making
Here,
me
I got it.
so warm.
Here, make me warm. Make me warm. Make me uncomfortable.
And I'm like.
Okay, so we're moving on to. I skipped one. Pleasure Abundant. Orange blossom, sweet amber, red honey, pink peppercorn, and frankincense smoke. For me personally, this is a lot of things that I love, but altogether constitutes a challenge. And that's fine. I can be objective. We've been doing this a long time now. You ready? Oh, God. I love Orange Blossom so much. I find so few perfumes, yes, even in B-Pal, that really does it justice for me and stays the way that I want it to stay.
Back.
Despite the fact that the red honey is listed, and it might come out later, like come out roaring, it's like relatively dry compared to the ones that we've smelled so far.
Oh, I think I just got it.
The honey?
Yeah, mostly in the bottle I'm getting the orange blossom and
Yes.
the pink peppercorn.
Orange Blossom is like
really
really
interesting.
strong in this, which gives me a lot of hope. And I am getting a bit of the pink spicy.
The pink spicy.
I'm here to smell the pink spicy. The orange blossom and the pink spicy. It's hard for me to explain with orange blossom because it's a springtimey scent. I want some more. But like there's like a weird tragic melancholy to this note for me. There's something about it. It's like the cheerfulness of the orange, but it's like twisted into like a green place. And there's like a real drama to it. And it might just be because of my own weird childhood being like driven around in Arizona through like places where there were groves and I have like weird emotional associations. I'm really curious about other people's associations with this scent. But there's something about it to me that has like a weird ache. You know, there's like a strange longing. I was convinced that the amber and the honey would just like sweeten it up and kind of erase all of that. And it didn't. And if anything, I think the frankincense is really adding to the kind of drama of it. This is so serious.
Oh, yeah, the frankincense there. And
it's like a little churchy.
That is interesting. Yeah, it is.
I would suspect that the orange blossom note is not long for this world. I think that it's going to taper off, fade out, and then that frankincense is going to linger for a lot longer. Weirdly, that's like a kind of a gradient that I'm interested in. And it's, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm not getting tons of amber and honey in this.
No.
So it doesn't have that, like, sweet, like, goopy or, like, you know, that warm glow that you might expect that the amber so often imbues. Like, it's understated. I'm surprised. I might be smelling them later on, but, like, I expected a little bit to be, like, overwhelmed by the sweetness and the stickiness. And instead, it's the darkness, the deepness. Any last thoughts? Are you just suffering?
I am suffering. But, I like this. It's got like a freshness.
Yes.
But a churchiness.
Mm-hmm. It's like, weirdly, the church that I went to as a child, not to make this all about me, but like was in the middle of like orange groves.
Well, there you go. It is all about you.
But it was a Protestant church that did not use frankincense. So, it's all mental. Let's go on to Precious Beauty. Which we have like a nice little bootleg label because we just have the dregs of what was left because you all bought it already.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for this? Precious Beauty. Sweet cream, white fig, sugar cane, honey, vanilla silk, sugared oats, and almond cakes. Well, that took a turn, didn't it? You're like, okay, I'm breakfast. But like a perfume that informs people that you are breakfast is a valuable asset. And oh my god. Wow. I'm breakfast.
That's intense.
I am so breakfast right now. Like full, we're not even talking like continental breakfast at the roadside motel. We're talking full, like fancy hotel restaurant breakfast. Wow. Room service. Whew. So it is so like creamy, silky smooth. It's like the vanilla silk, sweet cream. I mean the fig kind of lends itself to that too. It just makes it like even richer. And it does have like a really intense oatiness. Beep, beep. That's the delivery truck backing up to bring me all my breakfast. I suppose we can wait a second while that's happening. There's like something buttery about this to me. I guess that's the almond cakes. It's got to be in there. Damn. I'm getting almost Mouse Circus except for like with extreme sexuality. You know what I'm saying? But it's that intense of kind of a foodie scent. There's nothing in here that takes you out of the foodie realm except for maybe like vanilla silk, which just takes it immediately to the sheets.
I feel like I passed out in pancakes.
Passed out in pancakes is the vibe. It's kind of like the Every Sweet Thing where as I'm smelling it, I'm just getting a carousel of all of the notes that were mentioned. And it's just like that Melissa Joan Hart pancakes gif. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yes, that's that. Except for with like somebody who I am more comfortable sexualizing than Melissa Joan Hart, because she doesn't want it. Wow. I have to say, on the skin, it does mature a little bit.
Yeah, the bombast settles down and it's a little more almondy
It's
in a way that I
yeah.
like and I find more wearable than like versus in the bottle, because I was like thinking,
It's like a little more relaxed. There's like a more of a, yeah, and then it's just like, oh, you know, like you don't have to rush off, we could go again. But it's like the full-scale seduction, the arsenal has been spent, and now it's just like much more of kind of a relaxed time. Now it's it's the cuddling phase. Fascinating, fascinating. Precious beauty indeed. Now, toward the end, you can see where there's the sweetness fades. You're left with things like the almond, the butter, and like the stuff that is like a little less objectively just like sugar rush. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's just got a nice life cycle. I can tell that I am enjoying, I think, some of these a lot more than you, because I'm much more into the sweet scents, whereas you are less into the sweet scents. Not Galen's jam so much.
It depends.
So
we've all got our...
Absolutely, but I can tell that you're like a little intimidated by the like, you know, smorgasbord on display
of like pastries.
And it's also, again, fucking wicked warm in here.
It's hot.
And Disco only just now passed out on the floor, so
it's been a busy week.
You are to be part. I know we did 7 of these just a couple of days ago, so just saying, everybody, please measure your expectations. We are only human, and smelling an endless cavalcade of like intensely sweet, even comforting scents can be a challenge.
It can be a lot. Especially when they're all wafting up from you and you're just like,
I know.
I am the bakery.
I know. It's like you open the oven and it's just like, and your eyebrows are incinerated. But like, you know, in a really sexy way. Next, we're going on to Prospering in Golden Hope. What have you got for us? Okay. White peach, bergamot, orchid petals, tobacco flower, frankincense, and white amber. Toss this. You're a peach lover and you come to see us at Dragon Con Labor Day weekend. Toss this on the pile of stuff you have to find. Not just because it is a peach scent, but because the proceeds go to charity. So, you know, would it kill you to check it out? White peach, bergamot, orchid petals, tobacco flower, frankincense, and white amber. Did I already say that?
You did.
I'm like
One more time.
Westworld robot. What? I'm gonna max headroom that shit.
Whoa.
White peach. Okay, let's hit it. Second win, baby. Oh. Glowing golden peach right out of the bottle. I can barely smell anything else. Oh. That is like... It's just so peachy. Are you getting anything else?
No.
I'm
maybe the bergamot.
Yes. When you said it, I got it. Isn't it weird? Like
just
the
like
parts
a
of the
tinge
brain.
Of that like spice.
It almost takes 2 brains to describe one perfume. Were you gonna trust one person who said something about what they smelled? You need like a comparison, and sometimes a dog.
Maybe the amber.
It's so hard to tell with the way that, especially the way that Beth has so often used peach and amber together. At this point, I'm not even sure I know what a peach tastes like anymore. My brain is cooked.
I do like this.
Here.
It's interesting.
I'm putting some on the old skin, and it is old. Oh. Okay. So I love tobacco flower because this is another scent note that has a kind of a weird, sentimental longing to me, like an ache, like I said about the orange blossom, in a totally different way.
No, am I getting the orchid petals? Is that what that is?
It definitely completely changes on the skin.
There is like there's a strange flower that I'm picking up. It's got to be the orchid.
It's like evening and the window is open and like we're in a multiverse where there's no mosquitoes.
Whoa, what?
It's just, I'm painting a picture.
And the window's open and we're in a multiverse.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we are?
Yeah, I think it's like the combination of like tobacco flower, frankincense, and orchid. Like all of that is such a mood.
The tobacco flower is really strange. Yeah, like what you were saying, whereas it's like you get a bit of the tobacco, but also the floral, and you're like, what am I even smelling?
It's kind of like this, like, interesting kind of sweet, uncomfortable insinuation, like a hint of heartache. Like that scratch that you get in your throat and when a cold is coming on, but you don't really have any symptoms yet, but you have that bit of a scratch and you have the sense of, like, your health possibly going... It's like that, but with heartbreak, I feel like. That's my tobacco flower description. Just this sweetness with this strange, dissonant note of tragedy. I don't know. But there's this golden blooming peach that is like, it's the hope thing. And I think the golden hope is here, but hope contains a, like, sort of acknowledgement of that this might not come to pass. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. It's like, just shut up and smell nice. Okay.
Very... What is this?
It does go from a fully golden peach bombast to, like, a weirdly sophisticated...
Yeah.
Like
mysterious perfume.
Yeah, mysterious. I don't know. Does that bring us to our last one? That is... No, we already did that.
It's Unarmed and Laughing, right?
Yes! Okay. That brings us to Unarmed and Laughing.
No guns here.
You're never armed.
I'm never armed. I'm always laughing.
Never armed, always laughing is the world's weirdest bumper sticker. Okay, the scent is sugared vanilla amber with a pop of champagne grape. I'm laughing already, just reading that. That sounds insane. Let's do it.
You're telling me this is like a vanilla amber champagne?
Yes, for some reason, this is what life has dealt us. I love it.
Okay.
Weirdly, the champagne is dry compared to the... Like, there's a good contrast going on here.
Okay, this is it. This is it.
This makes the whole filming of the video worthwhile for you?
This is it.
This is it. You heard it here, folks. This is it.
Would love to say that I love our champagne note. It is so fizzy, and also for some reason on my skin, it lasts like a whole day and then some. So that's another reason I really love it. But like, oh my gosh, vanilla amber champagne? Am I...
The Galen
Is that my
Westworld robot
birthday?
just came online.
Yeah, I'm back.
She's the oldest host in the park.
It's like so sweet and fizzy, and I'm... Like, I was excited about this one reading the copy, but I hadn't smelled it yet, and now I'm like really just...
I'm glad you're here, finally, because to me this one is so strange that I don't even know if I can do it justice, or if I even like it, really. Like, I do, I mean, I enjoy it, I appreciate what's happening, but I'm like, who smells like this? Me? I don't know. It's one of those strange ones where the components are just occurring simultaneously in my brain in stereo, one in left ear, one in right ear. And over here I've got sugared vanilla amber, and over here I've got, like, the champagne thing. And I'm smelling them, and it's almost so distracting that it does effectively blot out my sense of despair related to everything else in the world. Like, I could just smell this occasionally and, you know, achieve peace. I'm putting on more. I haven't laughed yet, though.
It's really strange. Like I do love it, but it is a strange scent. It's... The fizziness of it is like...
It's almost aggressive, I will say, wet and in the bottle. Like the fizziness and the dryness of the champagne. And it's almost like a little sour. Because again, look what you've got next to it. Is this like sugared vanilla amber. It's like all of these incredibly mellow, sweet things. And then you've got this like sharp, tart, you know... Few deep breaths. We could all benefit from a few deep breaths. Wow, it's like spiky and smooth at the same time.
It's like a birthday party. Like you got like a vanilla cake and some champagne.
I've never had a party
Maybe
like
some
that.
candles. Oh, well, it's like a birthday party that you would imagine.
Yes. Okay.
The real birthday party is... It doesn't smell as good.
It's not like this.
It's not like this. This is like Marie Antoinette's birthday party.
Wow. But
When things were good.
the movie version.
Yes, the movie version.
Right.
When she's got the sparkly cake and she's like...
Wait, you just cracked the code because basically this is like a Marie Antoinette scent, right?
For sure. Okay, and as it's hanging out more,
Yes.
it's like it's just gotten a little bit sweeter and a little bit creamier.
The
and
scents are blur. Like I was hearing it in stereo, and they're blurring together a little bit, and just like weaving a shroud over me that I will probably just stay in until things improve.
Especially now that I have compared this to Marie Antoinette's birthday party, now I really like it.
Wow.
Like cupcakes and champagne
Yes.
for all. Let them eat cupcakes and champagne.
Although again, the sugared vanilla amber is not super foody because I think because of the amber.
No.
Like but it's like suggestive.
It's almost like a hint of frosting. You smell it somewhere. You're like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Amazing. Truly unlike anything that I've ever smelled before. And I can't believe how many perfumes we release and then I'm able to say things like that. That's what gets to me. It's like, will you release how many perfumes a year? Like if I told you, your hair would go gray. And yet, here we are, and we have a sugared vanilla amber champagne grape. It'll probably layer really well with purple jelly dildo.
wow.
I feel like that's got to be the closing of our show today.
Well, bye.
Disco's passed out. Galen came online and is now about to go offline. Freeze all motor functions. And that leaves me here, last survivor of the spaceship Sulaco. Was that what it was called? You're gone. Okay. Well, anyway, signing off.
Nostromo, you told me to...
But one of them, in one of the movies, Sulaco, I think, is the sequel.
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, we're gonna solve this before we finish. Yes! It's in Aliens, yeah. Nostromo is the first one, Sulaco is the sequel.
Well, anyway.
Okay, well, I did it. Have a great weekend, everybody. We love ya, and keep fighting the good fight. Donate to National Network of Abortion Funds. Bye!
Bye!